U.S. Vice President Mike Pence has identified North Korea as the greatest threat to peace and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region. He reiterated his boss's call for continued economic and diplomatic pressure on the regime to make it abandon its nuclear and missile programs. Connie Kim has more on that.
The United States is garnering international cooperation in its push to pressure North Korea, as it says the regime is the greatest threat to peace and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region. Following President Trump's first summit with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi this week, U.S. Vice President Mike Pence had some powerful words for Pyongyang during his keynote address to the U.S. India Business Council.
It's the greatest threat facing the peace and prosperity of Indo-Pacific region is the brutal regime in North Korea. President Trump and I are grateful for India's leadership in fully implementing United Nations sanctions and for its commitment to use its growing global leverage to increase diplomatic and economic pressure on North Korea.
Pence reiterated that nations must not waver in their resolve to make North Korea give up its nuclear weapons program.
All of us must continue to step forward to work in close cooperation with one another and all of our allies and partners in the region to ensure that we bring the appropriate amount of economic and diplomatic pressure until North Korea permanently abandons its nuclear and ballistic missile programs once and for all.
Trump and Modi the previous day pledged to work on countering North Korea's WMD programs and vowed to hold all parties supporting the programs accountable. The Trump administration's increasingly stern stance on Pyongyang is piquing extra interest in what message the leaders of South Korea and the U.S. will send to the North when they hold a summit on Friday. Connie Kim, Arirang News.